Hi, I'm Carlos, and thank you for joining us for the Weekly Word Online. Colossians 3:2 says, "Set your mind on things above, not on earthly things." Now, this short little verse is not a suggestion, but it's a straightforward command. So it's something that's important that you and I should be investing in. Changing our mindset is what it's really talking about. Now, that word "set" in the scripture there is a reference to how concrete or cement firms up and hardens or sets. And that can speak a lot to our mindsets. So I don't know if you've ever seen a sidewalk being worked on before, but a lot of times if they have to remove the old set concrete, they would have to use a jackhammer and take everything out and clear the area. Once that was done, the new cement was poured in. And when it was poured in, they would go over it with a trough, flatten it out nice and smooth, and make sure that everything was even. And once everything was leveled, then they would put, a barrier around it to make sure that no one would mess with the concrete while it was setting or getting firmed up. You know, that's a lot like our minds. The scripture tells us that we have to renew our minds. The scripture also tells us that we are in this world, but not of it. You remember the other scripture that tells us, whatever is noble, whatever is just, whatever is, you remember that verse, right? It says, think on those things. There's a lot of things in our lives that are clamoring for our mind's attention. And sometimes we need to ask the Lord to help us with our mindset, that God would protect our mindset. So a lot like that wet cement, we have to guard it and let it cure over some time. And when it does, then it firms up and it can stand up to all the people that walk on it. Well, it's the same thing with our minds. To let our minds set on things above so that we can weather the thought and weather the things around us so that we can stand firm in what we believe in. I want to admonish you and encourage you today to set your minds on things above and not on things of this earth.